Now, the raging debate on city parking has continued. Former legislator Duna had claimed they will be taking over parking in the city to push the city into line. He was questioning the role of city parking and cash collected as opposed to the level of service delivery. He then changed the position on taking over parking, saying his organization will now focus on the legal details that need their attention first. On Monday, Mayor Jacob Mafume spoke to ZTN Prime in an exclusive interview, defending the city and dismissing Duna's threats. So are they just threats or something big is brewing? On standby, we do have Duna to understand more. Duna, good evening. What is your position now after the withdrawal of your statement? Were these just threats?
Thank you so very much. I want to first and foremost allays the fears that there is going to be any takeover. There is not going to be any takeover from City Park. We are an organization that seeks to have competencies, accountability, remove corruption, and make sure that the Auditor General is allowed her space in terms of accounting for public funds. Funds that are collected for parking fees in their nature public funds and are supposed to be used for roads rehabilitation, reconstruction. In particular, according to the Roads Act, they're supposed to be utilized for routine maintenance and periodic maintenance, and which we have a fear that these funds are utilized for anything else but routine and periodic maintenance. Such a thing occurred long back when the city councils were collecting licensing fees. But in their wisdom, government then took over the licensing of vehicles, and then now they remit the license, the copious amount of funds received for licensing to the local authorities for roads rehabilitation.
Dexter, sorry, I just have to jump in and ask this question real quick. What is your view of the Harare City Council and city parking arrangement?
It's an adulterous relationship. I was a Public Accounts Committee chair for the local authorities during my time in the 9th Parliament, and I know for a very fact that in the month of either August or September of 2022, City Park, as a private limited company, was giving to Harare City Council 20% of the monies that they have received, to show that they are basically sharing the loot as opposed to remitting that loot to where it's supposed to go to. That is the Ministry of Transport or their parent ministry, the local government ministry, so that whilst that money is not being utilized, it can be channeled to the Central Revenue Authority, so that on a rainy day, that money can be plowed back to roads rehabilitation and reconstruction. You have seen what has happened in NDS 1.
Now, so Dexter, what is now your step after this? What's your next step?
Legal steps. We have been talking about the issue of parking fees with City Park and 10D3 investments of Bulawayo. There is exchanges in terms of letters. Our lawyers are writing to each other, and we are nearly getting there in terms of legally making sure that the issue of parking fees, collection, enforcement, and all that in terms of rehabilitation of roads is taken care of through engagement. I am quite sure there is still some engagement and there is room for engagement. Otherwise, if at all we are going to engage City Park and the Harare City Council, is going to be legally. If you have a challenge with the law, don't break it, but change it, and we certainly are on the route to follow the due consideration and process of law.
Konapo Konapo, Ipapo Ipapo, Bazetian Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.